everybody, this is the Jimmy's English storytelling session. Now, I want to use this session to tell the stories about the book called The Romance of the Three Kingdoms. I will try to do it chapters by chapters after I read one chapter every day. So I'm just trying to tell it, but the contents of it might not be so accurate, so you can leave anything in the contents and I will know them, okay? So today I will try to do the first chapter and I will try to keep up one chapter every day, but if I don't have enough time, I will make sure I do from two or three actually per week anyway. So let's start. This story about the romance of the three kingdoms, it starts in the dynasty Han with an emperor called the Emperor Ling. And actually, this dynasty is not going so well. There are a lot of very interesting and actually bad things that happens. For example, can you imagine that female chicken can actually become male chickens? And that there are green dragons appearing everywhere. And they even find some babies in the pot and nobody even put them in. So these are a lot of symbols that this thing is not going to go well anyway. And there are mostly 10 eunuchs that people think is the main cause of how this dynasty is getting worse and worse. So these 10 eunuchs, they do all kinds of bad things and they just give money to all those people and people give them money back. They sell those places where people can get power, and if people don't give them money, they will tell bad things about them in front of the emperor and those people get fired or they get killed or whatever, Anyway, this tells a person called Zhang Jiao. He's actually just one of the smart guys who goes to the tests. But one day, he went into the mountain to get some wood and also to get some plants that he wants to study for. And he saw one of those gods or something and gave him 3 books from the heaven that are called something about the root cause of how you keep the dynasty peaceful, and then it disappeared. It just became into winds and it gone away. Nobody knows why though. Anyway, after it, Zhang Jiao studied the books harder and harder than ever. But, well, he knows magic, some kind of magic. I mean, not like Harry Potter's, just from the book he learned it. And he do all kinds of good things for the people, like he will cure the illness of the people without getting any money, so all the citizens are happy and they love Zhang Jiao. So Zhang Jiao has found out that this dynasty is getting worse and that he is not going to live very well under this kind of very bad environment and stupid situation. So he and his brother Zhang Bao and Zhang Liang, they started a riot. They went up and they fought against these 10 eunuchs. And they also made up some kind of poems that says the green sky, that means the emperor has already broken, and that means the yellow ones should start. And they call themselves the soldiers with the yellow, I don't know the word, towers or whatever. And people liked them, of course, and they got a lot of soldiers that came into them. So Liu Yan is one of the very good guys in front of the emperor, though he is a very straight man and he does not give any money to the eunuchs, so he is not a very powerful man. Anyway, he is he is fighting over with these guys, and Zhang Jiao actually has a lot of soldiers, so he put up posters everywhere and wanted to get soldiers who come to them. and here Liu Bei came out. Liu Bei is actually like the grandson or something of this very powerful guy, the King Jin of some kind of mountain, and has a very powerful thing. But when it came to him, it became worse. And now he's just someone who sells shoes that he knitted himself. And when he's seen the posters, he just died. And someone like behind him said loudly that you will not be a soldier and work for like the emperor, the dynasty, and what is starting here. When Liu Bei came back, he saw a very tall guy. And this guy is named Zhang Fei. Zhang Fei is actually, well, I can say kind of also tall, and he looks really cool if you ask me. I've seen all those posters and pictures everywhere. You know, Liu Bei is actually also a very, I could say strange and I could say interesting guy. Because, you know, in their dimension that his ear is very large and his eyes can see his ear. Can you imagine it? I know I can't see any of those. And if you stand up, you know, we just reach our hands here and he can reach his here right onto his knees. It's very strange. Liu Bei actually told Zhang Fei that he wanted to be a soldier, but he has no money. So Zhang Fei said that he has a lot of money, and they went into some kind of like a bath or something and got wine, and they started to talk about the dynasty. That's when Guan Yu also came. They realized that Guan Yu is also such an interesting and such an unusual people, and because they are all for the dynasty, for the emperor, for the country, for the nation, they talked like in the same interest. And then Zhang Fei said that he would like to give out all his money and buy the soldiers and the flags, and that they might, and they did, became brothers. Well, Liu Bei is the like oldest, and he gets to be the brother. Guan Yu is the second, and Zhang Fei is the third. He bought all kinds of like those things that protect yourself from the like all kinds of weapons and horses and flags and everything. Also, some other like very rich businessmen, they also agreed to put money in it. And afterwards, they together went to Liuyan with thousands of soldiers and all kinds of weapons, of course. Liuyan was very, very happy. At the time, Liuyan was already fighting with those bad guys, Zhang Person. And they haven't decided who wins yet. Actually, I guess that Liuyan wasn't in a very good mood. Anyway, he still got Liu Bei and the brothers to get out and fight. So Liu Bei got a very, very good idea. This idea is to pretend like they cannot fight over those people. And, you know, in the old days, when they do like boom something out and the soldiers are supposed to get back into the city or whatever. So he actually arranged some soldiers and of course his brothers to hide somewhere like inside the mountain. And when he actually boomed the music that allows the soldier to fight, the soldiers moved back. So of course the Zhang people get very excited and they chase Liu Bei and into the mountain. Like all those people, soldiers hiding, got out, and Liu Bei also came back. He boomed the thing that allows the soldier to come back, but then the soldier actually started fighting. So Zhang Jiao got very confused, you know, and three groups of soldiers together fought Zhang Jiao in every direction. Zhang Jiao was fought terribly. and he ran. He ran away. Let me see. After that, Zhang Jiao went to fight with Lu Zhi, and Zhang Bao and Zhang Liao, they fought with like Zhu Jun and this guy named Huang Zongfu. Actually, they are all like arranged by the eunuchs. Eunuchs never fight themselves. Nobody knows why. They are afraid of death, I guess. And here, I must mention someone named Cao Cao. Cao Cao, I could say that he is a very... Do I need to say he's intelligent? Well, let's make it smart then. Anyway, he is a very naughty boy. He was supposed to be first named Xiahou, but then some kind of families that first named Cao actually lifted him up, so he was not Xiahou Cao anymore. He was Cao Cao, you know. And of course, his uncle tries to tell his father all the bad things that he did, so Cao Cao made up an idea. One day he just got fainted, and of course his uncle told it to his father. His father asked him, and he said that I never had this kind of sickness, that my uncle is just trying to tell you bad things because he didn't love me. So from then on, Cao Cao's father didn't believe anything from Cao Cao's uncle, and Cao Cao gets to do all kinds of bad things without getting punished. But anyway, Cao Cao met a few people who make predictions of their future. A lot of people tries to brainwash him by saying that you will do a very great jobs, like you will get peaceful into the whole dynasty. But only Xu Shao, this very famous predictor, he told Cao Cao, actually he didn't want to say anything first, but Cao Cao must let him say it. So he said that you are a very high ability guy if this dynasty is peaceful, but you are a bad hero. You are a terrible hero in this dynasty that isn't peaceful, that eunuchs take over the right. And Cao Cao actually got very happy. Nobody knows why. I know that someone told him I'm a very terrible hero, I would be mad. Anyway, Cao Cao actually got more and more people in his group of soldiers, and of course the emperor wanted to use him. So he got right into time that Zhang Jiao and whatever, these soldiers, they lost the game, and Cao Cao went to just fight them over because they're already running. There's no way that they are going to fight back, you know, because these people are not so intelligent after all. And of course, Cao Cao won a lot. By the same time, Liu Bei wanted to go and help Lu Zhi or whatever, and on the halfway, he saw Lu Zhi in a trap. In a trap that allows this guy to be punished. And Lu Zhi is going to be punished, and nobody knows why. When he asked Lu Zhi told him that somebody who is sent by the emperor and asked him, he wanted money from him to let him say good things in front of the emperor. But Lu Zhi said, I do not even have any money to get the lunch for all the soldiers. How come that I have any money to give you? And then this guy, of course, got very mad, and he told the emperor that he is delaying the days of fighting, and he did not fight. So the emperor and the eunuchs, of course, eunuchs get mad all the time, you know, nobody knows why. They wanted to kill or at least punish Lu Zhi. Zhang Fei tried to fight over those people who take care of the trap and save Lu Zhi, but Lu Zhi and Liu Bei together stopped him. He said that the emperor will finally try to get the real reason, the real fact, and there's no reason that you should go over and attack these people. That is just finding more bad luck of yourself. And then they suddenly found that the Zhang soldiers are all over the mountains. And actually, Dong Zhuo, who replaced Lu Zhi, was inside them and he was caught. So they together killed a lot of soldiers. So Zhang Jiao and the other guys, they got very frightened and they got back. So they saved Dong Zhuo. And after Dong Zhuo was untied, he asked Liu Bei, "What power do you have right now?" And Liu Bei answered no. So Dong Zhuo ignored Liu Bei and he would not even do any thinking things. Zhang Fei got very angry and tried to kill Dong Zhuo. Well, I'm sure that you will, and you are now wondering, will Dong Zhuo be dead or not? And I guess that you want Dong Zhuo to be dead. Anyway, see my session next chapter. Bye bye.